Hi, I'm Susie Jane, a bikini athlete and fitness competitor, and here are 8 reasons as to why your waist trainer might not be working. So number 1, your calories are too high. When you're wearing a waist trainer, you should be wearing this alongside a diet. So that means that your energy expenditure should be greater than your energy intake, which basically means you should be reducing the number of calories that you're eating. Whilst this is on a very simplistic level of a diet, that's the basic principles of it. But I know many people don't like counting calories. They don't like the idea. They don't like focusing on the numbers. But at the end of the day, it is energy expenditure over energy intake. So many women that I know are like, oh, I've stopped eating bread, or I've stopped eating pasta, I'm not eating carbs, and they see that as the way to losing weight. Well, unfortunately, even if you are doing all those things and you're still taking in a huge amount of calories from other sources, as fat is, more calorie dense than carbs, then your energy intake is going to be greater than your energy expenditure. So regardless of any miracle waist trainer, your waist won't be getting smaller and you won't be losing weight. Number 2, your cheat meal is in fact a cheat day. So many of us, when we're dieting, especially in bodybuilding community, when we're dieting once a week, many people will have a cheat meal, it's called, or a refeed day. So the idea of a refeed day is like high carbohydrate day, which stimulates a hormone leptin, and that keeps your fat burning going. Well, when the hormone leptin is depleted due to dieting, that's when some of us can find that fat loss stalls. Also, plus it helps, every now and again just going out and really enjoying the foods that you love, just on a mental way, so you're not restricting yourself. But some people do, their cheat meals are cheat days, and that can lead to a huge calorie intake, which means all your hard work that you've done all week and you've been so good, and then once a week you just go all out and eat everything, you could be taking on a huge amounts of calories, and then all that 3,500 calorie deficit you've been working so hard to lose 1 pound a week, all of a sudden is gone. And again, the miracle waist trainer isn't going to do a lot for you. So number 3, your glycogen stores are full. So after your cheat meal or your refeed day, you will tend to hold a lot of water from the extra carbohydrates. So whilst this doesn't necessarily mean that your waist trainer isn't working or you're not losing fat, it can be deceptive. So give it a couple of days and retake the measurement and retake your waist. But yeah, if you do have a high carbohydrate day, you will more than likely be holding on to a lot of water. But on the other end of the scale, if for example you are doing low carbohydrate, which is horrible, but if you are doing low carbohydrate, your glycogen stores will be empty, because you're not replenishing the stores after your workouts as efficiently as if you were eating more carbohydrates. Also from this means that you won't be holding on to as much water. So you in fact may think you're lighter, or may think that your waist is smaller than it actually is, and then as soon as you take on a little bit more carbohydrate, you're going to feel like you've ballooned and you've messed up and you've gone wrong somewhere, when in fact it's just purely because your glycogen stores are low. So that's another thing to be aware of as well. So when you're doing a waist training measurements, I would recommend doing it the same day every week, so when you're if you are doing a refeed, when that refeed day is. So measure it consistently every day, so if your glycogen stores are going to be low, what day that's going to be, or they're going to be full, what day it's going to be, so you can take into account any water retention. Number 4, you are holding a lot of water because of sodium. So I personally don't add any salt to my food, but eating anything that comes from a shop that you haven't prepared yourself, even a can of chopped tomatoes, will have way more salt in it than you could ever have anticipated, and so you may be taking on more than your daily allowance of sodium more frequently than you realised. And again, this will mean that you're holding on to a lot of water. So again, this is deceptive, so don't be discouraged. It could just be water retention rather than your waist trainer not working. Number 5, especially important for women, is our cycle blow. So obviously as we go through our cycle, when it gets to that time of the month, we do tend to hold a lot of water. And for me, it's almost about a kilo extra. My weight shoots up, and all of a sudden even the waist trainer is feeling especially tight. It's uncomfortable, you know, and I can really notice it. So again, you will get to know this around your cycle, and you will notice the difference. So again, be aware that could be something that is stalling or making it appear that your fat loss is stalling and your waist is getting smaller. So number 6 could be muscle gain. Now, we don't build muscle that quickly, but obviously you can put on muscle around your midsection, you know, your back, your obliques, your abs, any of those. And so even those little bits of excess muscle may be making a minute difference to your weight loss and also your waist trainer not working. Number 7, you're not wearing it enough. Something that I've noticed, like even not wearing it for 2 days so far, seems to make a difference to my waist size. So I have noticed a short-term difference in wearing a waist trainer, but I'm yet to report back over the long-term difference of wearing a waist trainer, as this has only been 4 weeks so far. So you do need to make sure the more you wear it, the more effective the results will be. And of course, number 8 is then you're not wearing it tight enough. Now, the ideal recommended tightness for a waist trainer should be something like compression wear. So if you've ever worn compression tights, it's that kind of like snug fit. You don't want to wear it so you can obviously, you know, be able to put your whole hand down it and you're just wearing it. Otherwise, what's the point? But also you need to be aware not to wear it too tight. The last thing you want to do is feel sick. You know, it's just not worth it. Wear it to the tightness that you would wear a compression top or compression leggings. So I'm Susie Jane, and those were my 8 reasons why you may think that your waist trainer is not working. So now to quickly update you on my current situation. So this is now the four weeks of me wearing a waist trainer that I purchased from Love Booty. That's LOVEBOOTEE.com. High quality waist trainer that costs about £40. So I recommend that you go and check them out. So to recap, last year at my leanest, my waist was 27 inches and my stage weight was 59 kilos. So currently, one of the reasons for this episode, my weight has is about 67, 68 kilos. So as you can see, I'm quite significantly higher than that. But I measured my waist this morning and it's at 28 inches. So that is obviously 9 kilos heavier than stage and only 1 inch away from my leanest or smallest waist last year. So it'll be interesting to see after wearing it for 6 weeks next week, will my waist be any smaller regardless of being that much heavier. I'm going to then take a 5-week break and then wear it for the final 6 weeks up to my first show this year. So this will be a long-term study to see how effective it is over this time. I haven't really noticed any negative effects from it other than the fact that it's really uncomfortable, and now that it's summer as well, it's such a pain. I've just started moving on to the next tightest setting, so that's worn for a short amount of time, which is actually a little bit better because for wearing it for 8 hours a day, especially on your days off, it's really uncomfortable. If you're sitting down, I find it really uncomfortable. At least with work, if I'm up moving around wearing it, it doesn't seem to bother me at all. But after 4 weeks of wearing this thing non-stop, it is, yeah, such a pain. So further episodes of this, so next on my next one I will be looking into why women have been recommended wearing this by the medical profession. So that's something I want to get feedback from, find out why that happens, if there's been any reported benefits from women. It is generally recommended post-pregnancy when it has been recommended to women. So if you have previously worn one post-pregnancy, or you know anyone that has, please do get in touch with me. You can either go on Facebook, Secret Bikini Diary page, or on Instagram, Secret Bikini Diary, and you can contact me on there and give me your feedback on there. Once again, I just want to say a massive thank you to my sponsors, Harlequin Bikinis. Without them, I wouldn't have the amazing bikini that I'm going to have later this year for stage, and also the premium supplements. You know, without them, I wouldn't have access to the amazing product range that I have got access to. So do check them out. Harlequin Bikinis is harlequinbikinis.co.uk, and the premium supplements is premiumsupplements.co.uk, and as a special thank you, you can use my discount code, which is Suzie, SUZIE, and that will give you 10% off your order. So if you have liked this video and you do want to see how I get along wearing a waist trainer, especially as it comes up to the 6-week mark next week, and that's the kind of recommended length as a maximum that you wear it, do stop in or subscribe, and that will notify you when the next video is available. Thank you.